Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to play a little bit of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, I was preloading this game to get ready for tomorrow's release, and then I realized that I can actually play the game today. I have Ubisoft Plus or Uplay Plus, whatever they call it, their subscription service, and I guess it gives me access to the game early. Now, we're just going to go a little bit through the menu here. We're going to do some benchmarks and just play a little bit of the game, and I'm going to give you guys my first impressions. Now, when you load up, you can see here that you can go into the old Assassin's Creed games and get the memories. So basically, you can get caught up to date on the story if you're a first-time player of Assassin's Creed, and I think that's pretty cool. Now, this is not like a review of the game. I just want to see the metrics because I saw a video that's circulating on the forums, that's circulating on X, that this game is just getting poor performance on a 5090. Well, I have a 5090. I finally received mine. I have an Asus TUF. I've overclocked it, so I want to see the performance that I get in this game. Now, the video in question was basically saying the game was running DLSS at very low frame rate. So I want to see the performance that we get in this game with native raster, so without DLSS, without any type of upscaling or frame gen, how it runs with DLSS in the different modes, as well as how it runs with frame gen. And in the process of that, hopefully we can determine if this is a good game, something worth buying. So let's just get into the settings here. We go into the systems, see that we're running it at 4K, borderless window, native AA, so the upscaling is turned off. I don't know why it says automatic. It should be off. Okay, we're going to use TAA, native anti-aliasing, so there's no type of upscaling. Chromatic aberration is turned off, as well as motion blur. Over here, you can see we're running everything maxed out. So although this says high, that's the highest setting for that, for screen space reflections or effects. Light source quality is very high or ultra high. So some of them are ultra high, some of them are high and they don't go any further, and others are very high and they don't go any further. So this is the game maxed out. So we're going to run a couple of benchmarks, and of course we're going to get into the game. So the first thing we're going to do is run this benchmark and see the performance that we get on our 5090. Now my 5090 is overclocked, so it's not running at stock settings. Hopefully it's stable, as I just got this card, so I have to figure out what's stable in games, what's stable for overclocks and benchmarks. So this is kind of a test for myself as well, to see the performance and to see how good my card is overclocked. Now I will say at native resolution, it's a little bit jittery here. Looks like our average FPS is 57 frames per second. It's not crashing, so that's a good sign. You can see that we're over 3 gigahertz on our clocks. Now in some games I can get up to 3.1 or 3.2 gigahertz, but for stability, I think it's just good to keep it around here. I'll tinker with the card the longer I play games on it and the more I get familiar with this particular Asus TUF, but I do know that I have a good sample, and I'll leave that for my review. Some of the scores are going to surprise you. Now overall, yes, we're getting good performance. This is native, so you can see on the screen that frame rate limiter is disabled. We're running this with TAA and native AA, so there's no upscaling on this. My test system is a 7900X, and I do have a 9950X 3D coming, and that will be installed into my PC soon. Also, of course, you see the RTX 5090. We're running Windows 11, and we're running this on a Samsung QD OLED that's 4K 144 Hertz. So our GPU temperatures are okay, 72, 71. I might want to dial in my undervolts a little bit better so I can get the temperatures down, or I can just increase the fan speeds. I tend to not want my fan speeds when playing games to sound like an engine taking off. So it's at a pretty, passive setting right now. I can make it a lot more aggressive, and that would also bring down my temperatures. So as you can see, this is the performance. Max frame rate was 69 FPS, 59 FPS was the average. You can see the settings here. I already showed you them in game. We were running everything at maximum. So now let's go back into the settings and let's put on some DLSS and see the performance uptick that we get. Okay, so we're back into the settings here. We're running it at 4K. Frame rate limiter is still turned off. Dynamic resolution is turned off. We have DLSS at the quality preset. Frame gen is turned off. We'll go over to the settings. Everything remains the same. We're still maxed out. So now let's run the benchmark and see the performance that we get with DLSS set to the quality preset. Now, right away, I noticed it's a lot smoother. Um, when it was running native without DLSS, because it wasn't a locked 60, it just wasn't smooth in motion. So this run, it's a lot smoother. We're getting about 87 FPS at the moment. It drops down into looks like the low 70s. So the performance is kind of all over the place a little bit with it running at the quality settings on a 5090. Now, I don't know what to say about this, man. It's very heavy, the game. It's running a lot of ray tracing, and I think this game really, to get an uptick in performance with it set to maximum, so that's all of the ray tracing, you're gonna have to use frame gen. I think it's just one of those games. Now, if you don't want to use frame gen and you want good image quality, this is the performance that you can expect out of your 5090. You're gonna get anywhere from the mid 70s up to the 80s. Looks like our average FPS as of now is 79 FPS, which isn't bad at 4K running ray tracing, running this game maxed out. And this game, it does look really good. Now, I'm not going to have all the time today to get into how good this game looks and all the different elements of ray tracing and go through all the shadows and the reflections that are being casted, but it's a very good looking game, and they are using a lot of effects, and it's demanding. So it kind of is what it is. I feel sorry for guys that maybe don't have a rig like a 5090, because if this is the performance that we're getting out of this game at 4K, imagine people that have a 5070 or a 5070 Ti. They're going to get far worse frame rates. Now, this is with DLSS set to quality. Overall, it was okay. It's playable for me. I have no problems with this frame rate. If you want a higher frame rate, you could turn off all of the ray tracing features and you'll get a much better frame rate. Now, I own a 5090, and the reason why I got a 5090 is so that I could run my games at maximum. So I'm not going to be turning down anything. Now, the best compromise for myself is to turn down DLSS and use the performance mode. Now, the thing with the new DLSS or DLSS 4, the transformer model, is that performance looks as good as the old quality mode, and you're getting better performance. So I think that's a pretty good compromise, and I think that's what we should do here. So let's see if we get an uptick in performance if we put our DLSS setting down to performance. So let's get down here. We'll switch it to, there it is, performance. We'll get back out and we'll run the benchmark, and let's see how much frames we gained from lowering DLSS down from quality to performance. Now, as we're running this in the performance mode, I'm not really seeing a big uptick in performance. I believe the last, it was 79 FPS, if I'm correct. That was our average. And right now we're averaging 88 FPS. So even using performance mode, you're not getting a huge uptick in performance. Now, right now, this scene, it kind of jumped up into the hundreds, but it's not consistent. It kind of is all over the place, and you can see by the frame times there. I don't know what to say. I think this game perhaps needs another patch. Now, tomorrow is day one, so technically the game isn't out yet. So maybe tomorrow a patch comes and fixes these issues with DLSS. So overall, if I don't know what to say, man. It's running at 91 FPS average. It's about 10 FPS more than the quality setting, and I'm used to seeing a higher uptick in performance when I turn DLSS onto performance. Even with the new DLSS 4 transformer models, it still scales much better than this. So I don't know, that's weird. I just got to be honest with you guys. It's not the best result here. Image quality wise though, it doesn't look bad, and we are getting an uptick in performance. So this is where I would play it in the meantime until this game is patched, at least on my 5090. So the max frame rate that we got was 117 FPS. On average, we were getting 93 FPS. So it's a little bit higher than I believe the last one was 79 FPS average. So it is higher, but it could scale better. And in most games, DLSS does scale better. So that's pretty much it for the settings there. That's where I'll play it. Now, I know some of you guys want to see what it looks like with frame gen. And I'm kind of curious myself because I haven't used frame gen or the new frame gen on my 5090. And this has, I believe, 4 times frame gen. So for giggles, let's just turn it on. I got to be honest with you guys, I would never play a game at 4x frame gen. I would use maybe 2, maybe the step above that, but I wouldn't ever use 4x frame gen. You're just going to have a lot of latency, and you're also going to start to get artifacts on your screen. Well, frame gen is working. We're getting 145, 151 FPS. It's kind of all over the place here in the beginning, and it seems to be like that in this benchmark. Now, this might be a true benchmark where they're really stress testing the GPU, and in game, it's not going to be as strenuous at one point in time. So we'll have to see when we actually play the game. But, the performance is okay. It's frame gen, so you're going to have a little bit of latency. And I'll try it in game. I'll let you guys know. I think for a game like this, that's a single player experience, there's nothing wrong with turning on the first setting of frame gen. Now, I will say with frame gen on, it does look like it's running pretty smooth. It appears smoothly, but how does it play? And we're going to test that out. Now, I don't have any issues with frame gen if you use it like, the first setting, the first tab. I think when you go up to 4x, that's when things kind of get a little bit ridiculous. As well, you're going to get a lot of artifacts on the screen. Now, a single player game like this, to turn on frame gen, there's nothing wrong with that if you want to experience ray tracing and everything maxed out. I don't think it really makes a huge difference in a game like this. Now, preferably, I would like to play games without it, but if I have to put it on the game because, the visual quality with ray tracing is just so stunning, I don't have any issues doing it with a single player game. So on average, we were getting 157 FPS. The max was 193 FPS. So frame gen is working on the 5090. So if you have no issues playing the game with frame gen, you can get high FPS at 4K. Now, some of you guys might want to see the performance at 1440p, and I didn't buy this card for 1440p, and perhaps other videos I'll show the 1440p performance. I think it's safe to say that a 5090 is going to crush it at 1440p. Okay, now we're going to get into some gameplay of Assassin's Creed Shadow. And before I get there, if some of you guys are just joining the video now, you can go into the previous Assassin's Creed games and extract or access the memories to get yourself caught up to the story. So I think that's pretty good for people that are picking up the game for the first time. And I was actually surprised to see it. Now, let's just do his. We're going to start a new game. Normal difficulty. Our settings remain the same. We're going to launch the game. I'm going to let the intro play, and then once the gameplay starts, I'll come back in and we'll discuss what we're seeing on screen.
Some memories are soothing and familiar. Wrapped inside them, you feel tranquil, complacent. And then there are the ones I have reconstructed. What I'm about to show you. In these memories, there are imperfections, aberrations that defy algorithm and biology. I'm getting ahead of myself. You may not understand what you're seeing at first, but you must trust me. Trust yourself.
Years ago, my journey started at sea, as it must for all who journey to these lands. A complex and precarious place, at war with itself for centuries. From that chaos and bloodshed, my opportunity surfaced. In the form of the most powerful warlord their history had known. Oda Nobunaga. A lord who took an interest in me. An outsider among outsiders.
Um momento, Shugo.
Tragam a cadeira, irmãos. Chegou na hora certa.
For the Varagdano, you are expected to appear before Lord Nobunaga today.
Thank you, Sir Mitsuhide. We are ready.
Now, I will say off the bat, it looks fantastic. The lighting, the ray tracing, like this looks phenomenal. Very, very detailed. Now, I'm playing it with frame gen because after the last benchmark run, I forgot to turn it off.
A nossa segurança deve só de eu.
But it is a good time for me to test it, and I will say it's very responsive. Frame gen's feeling good in this game. This game is beautiful. So we are running this at 4K max settings on a 5090, and we're getting 155, 56, 58 with frame gen. I'm not quite sure if this is running DLSS 4, to be honest with you guys, because I don't see a toggle for frame gen to 4 times. So I just downloaded this game today, so I don't know if it has DLSS 4 support. So if it does or if it doesn't, and I don't know, this is the reason why, because I'm playing this game early. This already is the best looking Assassin's Creed game I've ever seen.
O vassal mais próximo do Lord Oda Nobunaga era Katabakari.
And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, there was a lot of backlash on a Black Samurai, and like at the end of the day, it's a video game. And me personally, I love it, man, because I get to play with someone that resembles me. I got dreads myself, you know, and hey, it's a cool experience, man. So to all the haters, whatever, man, this game is appearing to get good reviews. But we'll see today if this is a good game. But visually, you guys are seeing it for yourself. It looks fantastic. Now, mind you, I'm running this on a 5090, but it looks good. The only thing I don't like is that these cutscenes here are running at like 30 FPS. I don't understand why they're not uncapped. I don't know, maybe they just want some type of fluidity to it, depending on people's hardware. But I'm running a 5090. I can definitely run this scene higher than 31 FPS. This is visually stunning.
Lord Oda Nobunaga.
Hey man, I just gotta be honest. Frame gen, at least the implementation in this game, is fantastic. I don't know, I might even play with it on. Let's see how it feels in combat. Don't worry, I will turn it off so we can see it with DLSS as well. Or just with DLSS, I should say, because of course DLSS is running, but turning frame gen off and just seeing how this game runs with DLSS quality and performance in game.
Lord Nobunaga commands that the black man join you.
But he is my sword bearer, a slave. He does not speak the language.
Lord Nobunaga commands it.
Devia ter deixado no porto. Ou flutuar no mar onde te encontramos.
Deus ajudar-nos-á nesta situação, Padre Valeriano.
Lord Nobunaga, I present to you Father Valignano. Father Valignano has come to request free movement for his priests in your lands.
That is correct, Sir Ranmaru.
You will address Lord Nobunaga.
Of course, of course. Forgive me, Lord Nobunaga. Please, accept this gift. A European chair, made by the finest artisans in Portugal.
You may rise.
You ask me to let your priests walk freely, but your priests are here already, Father Valignano. Perhaps before you worry about your priest feet, you may wish to plead for their heads. Your black man has the instincts of a warrior. As he realized the danger you are in, his eyes found every threat in the room.
I'm sorry, Lord Nobunaga. He does not understand us.
I would have many questions for this man, if only he understood. He is all the people of Kyoto speak about since his arrival.
Diogo has been a loyal sword-bearer for me. He has freed me to focus on our Jesuit mission in these lands.
His name is Diogo?
That is what we call him.
Gods!
Faz o que eles disserem, Diogo.
All of you out!
Yo, this game is starting off tense, man. It's about to go down. But the graphical fidelity, man. The materials, like look at the cloths and the ground. And just the materials are all high quality. His dreads, well done. The texture, like straight up, man. I'm digging this.
Mitsuhide tells me you are playing at being simple-minded. He says you understand me better than the Christians do.
Though I have spent some time in these lands, I am still a student of its language and customs.
By the sound of it, you might teach Luis Frois a thing or two.
I have practiced with him, but I also listen to the people here.
Frois amuses me, but this Valegnano I am not sure about.
Stand back.
Thank you, Lord Nobunaga.
Valegnano will not be pleased that I kept you here. What do you think he will do with you? Kill you?
I do not know. I have been subject to worse men, and I yet live.
These worse men? Who are they? Father Valegnano, I will grant you what you came for. Your priests are free to move in these lands.
Thank you, Lord Nobunaga. You will not...
But your servant, Diogo, stays. He may yet prove useful to me.
Ah. Very well. Though he is good for little more than bearing your sandals.
Under me, sandal bearers become lords. I see potential in this man. A warrior whose spirit can inspire armies. He will be tested. He may become a legend. Or he may die.
This memory's fractured.
Let's go.
What was left?
That's a pretty good opening, I'm not gonna lie. I'm invested, man. Oh, is this the game that saves Ubisoft? Because they're in dire situation, but this game, I'm sold, and I haven't been sold on a Assassin's Creed game in a long time.
There are a variety of reasons. Viruses, data corruption, environmental disturbance. But sometimes it's because she doesn't want you to see them.
Six months later, 1581. Wow, it's way back. think we're finally going to get into some gameplay now. And I guess we can judge it with the frame gen and then with performance mode and quality with DLSS. Okay, so this is with frame gen on. We'll get over to the fighting in a bit, but visually, my gosh, this looks incredible. I can't even lie to you guys, man. I don't know what NVIDIA is doing with frame gen, but it feels very, very responsive. Let me just go do some action. Do not block. Yo, let's go. Yeah, we'll go through the true mechanics when I'm actually playing the game for real. This is just for like testing purposes. But I will say with frame gen on, I feel like I'm playing on a console. It's responsive, man. It's responsive that you're not going to be bothered by it. You saw the little combat that I did there. But let's turn it off. I'm just really wowed with the frame gen on the 5090. We'll go to the options. Hopefully we can change it from here. So it's set to the performance, DLSS performance. We're gonna turn frame gen in here. Oh, there it is. Turn frame gen off. Obviously, we're gonna get worse performance, so we're like in the 70s. Yeah, you can. I guess just because I play with this controller a lot, I guess with frame gen on I guess there is a little bit more latency, but it's so minute, honestly. Like in a game like this, you're not gonna feel it unless like maybe you're trying to go for like perfect gameplay or something. Oh, this game plays amazing. Yo, this game. Wow, this game plays amazing. So, oh, what happened there? Okay. Wow, let's go. So that's with the performance mode. And honest to tell you, it doesn't look like DLSS, the prior DLSS. I'm going to assume it's DLSS 4 because this performance mode, it looks fantastic. Let's just switch it over to quality to see if we see any difference in image quality. Sorry. Go down and switch it to quality. Our performance will go down for sure. It's hard for me to tell right now at this moment. I'd have to. I guess I'm going the wrong way. I'd have to see it side by side. But this game looks fantastic. I'm okay with the performance. Seeing how I'm running everything maxed out, ray tracing, everything is like full tilt. I think we're getting a good resolve. So it can't go that way. Okay, I'll just follow the mini map. But the performance is good. So quality, with my overclocked card, we're like in the 70s, which isn't bad. You know, when we switch it over to performance, we get into the 80s, 90s. Let's put it back on here. Performance. 80s to 90s. And I can't notice a difference in image quality, to be honest with you guys. Then we're going to throw frame gen on. And I don't think it's 4 times because I don't have the option to put 4 times on. And it's not just going to force 4 times. So apply it. And it's very responsive still, man. And we're getting much better frame rate. So I don't know, man. I think the way to play it is either DLSS performance or just flip frame gen on. I don't think you'll be unhappy with either method.
Can you feel the breeze, Yasuke? It fans the total destruction of Iga. A most perfect night. Ready to finish them off?
At your command, my lord.
What is it?
I've never fought a battle like this. So many lives.
Ever the righteous man. While Iga calls its unifier a tyrant, 40,000 of our countrymen ride with me. Is that tyranny, Yasuke?
No. No, it is conviction. They trust in their future with you.
Yes. And that belief makes you my samurai.
Iga's rebellion stands in the way of harmony. I ride with you.
Go. Find Momochi Sandayu. His death will sever the sword from the hand of Iga.
Light your fires! The wind will spread them! Arrows! Watch yourselves!
He's undefended! Charge him!
This gate will not stop me.
Stay still! Can't avoid the blood blades!
Wow, that was an incredible sequence there, man. Like, I keep wanting to wrap this video, but I'm captivated, and I hope that you guys watching it are captivated by the story. Maybe not so much my gameplay, but it does play well. I wish you guys could understand how good it feels playing this game. It's very satisfying, and I gotta recommend it, man. I've been just playing it for like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and already I'm blown away. And I can imagine, you know, the hardcore Assassin's Creed fans, they gotta really be loving Assassin's Creed Shadows right now. So that's pretty much it.
Listen carefully.
We're gonna wrap it up. I'll let this sequence play out, and then I'll just wrap up the video.
But what has been can never truly be lost. The past is power. Do you understand? Fujibaya Shinawe. The structural integrity of her memories is solid. There is much for you and her to discover. I wish you luck. Otherwise, this will be the last time we speak. Goodbye. For now.
He comes. Oda Nobunaga.
So now this is the other side of the story. So you saw him attacking. Now it's going to show from their point of view. And I don't know. I think it's kind of brilliant. And I'm excited and ecstatic to play this game. And I know some of you guys might not like Ubisoft, but I think this game is worth playing. It looks fantastic. I'll leave you a little bit with the opening for her sequence here. But this is a game you're going to have to play. If you want to get it on Uplay Plus and, you know, pay the monthly subscription, play it there. Play it wherever you want. But right now, I gotta recommend this game. If you're on console, if you have a PlayStation 5 Pro.
You're not telling me everything. I can see it on your face. What was in Hattori Hanzo's letter?
The world is at many wars now, eh? Not just the one Oda Nobunaga fights.
Someone else is coming to Iga?
Yes. But what they want from us, they cannot have.
Then we won't give it to them.
No, we won't.
I know you cannot tell me everything, Chichire. But I need your trust.
You have it.
Then tell me what to do. I can do it. I can help you.
It may come to that. Remember, we fight not only to defend, but to kill. It is the only way.
I'm ready.
Stay close.
So dodge. So they got different attacks. Right button to hold posture. There we go. So they definitely play differently. Like, he felt like a big brute, like a tank. Where here, whoa, I feel much more vulnerable. Oh, this game is so satisfying. Oh, that one you gotta dodge. So the red ones you gotta dodge. Ah! Okay. There we go. Wow. So you know what? I think this is a good part to end this video at, because I just want to enjoy this experience, and I'm kind of dragging this video out. But like I said, this game is fantastic. It looks good. It's running pretty good on my 5090. Now, this is us running the game with DLSS set to quality. So that's why you're seeing a few dips there, but that's giving you the best image quality. Once again, if we switch it over, actually, you know what? At this point, I would probably just put frame gen on. I gotta be honest with you. I'd run it at quality setting, and I would just throw frame gen on. Here we go. Frame gen, we'll turn it on. and I would just rock out with the game like this. I think with frame gen on, it's fine for a game like this. I don't find it really hurting my gameplay, and my frame rate, as you can see, is like doubled. So you got a host of different ways to play the game. I hope I demonstrated that today with this video. Like, share, subscribe. I'll leave you guys with a little bit of gameplay here, but that's going to wrap it up. My 4090 review is going to come either late this week or early next week. I'm trying to get all the benchmarks up, and it's a lot of work, to be honest with you guys, because I had to test my outgoing 4090. So now that we have the 5090, we're going to have to run a bunch of tests on it as well. But overall, I'm enjoying this card. It's running good. I'm having no issues, and that's pretty much it for this video. So like I usually say, please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.